Welcome to my channel. The purpose of this video is to provide you with some news about my health and my channel. I'm going to have to suspend making videos for a while. I don't know how long. I've been struggling with a cough for some time now, and it's been getting increasingly worse. Excuse me. And as you can see, it really affects my ability to talk. And so I'll be not making videos for a while I deal with this. Now, I want you to understand, I'm fine. I'm not having any terrible problems or anything like that. I'm just coughing. And the coughing, it irritates me, that's for sure. But it's not a life-threatening condition. I've been diagnosed with interstitial lung disease, which basically means that I've had pneumonia 5 times in my life. Twice I was hospitalized, and the result is I have scarring in my lungs. And so that's as it progresses, that's what's causing the cough. And so I've been seeing a pulmonologist for some time now, and I just recently saw her just the other day. And one of the concerns that I had was that my oxygen levels were getting low. They were getting down in the 80s, and I thought I was going to need to be on oxygen. However, my pulmonologist did what's called a walking test, and they determined that my blood O2 sats never went below 92, even though I was walking. So it's not as bad as I think. I asked the technician who did the walk test with me why my readings at home are so low, and he said, well, those finger pulse oximeters are not that accurate. And so that's good news. My oxygen levels are better than I had expected. I want you to understand how I approach this type of situation as a Christian, because we all know that the Bible says that God will heal you. And so I've struggled with this for some time, and I finally have come to the realization that I'm not the one who's in charge. God is, and it's up to God to decide the timing of when I get healed. But the fact that I will be healed is not something that I doubt. And let me explain why. In 2011, my wife was diagnosed with uterine cancer. Excuse me. And while she was scheduled for surgery, it was in a couple months, she decided, well, I put off getting my mammogram, so I'll just go do that now. And they found breast cancer. And so, for a lot of people, that would be a devastating diagnosis. For us, it wasn't. It didn't even really affect us in any way, because we knew that God is a God that heals. And so we went through the normal process. She ended up breaking, I think I mentioned that, but I should say it. She broke a couple toes by slipping on a dryer sheet. And so her hysterectomy had to be rescheduled, because she has to be ambulatory to do that. And so while she was waiting, she went and got the mammogram. We got that news. So then we knew, okay, we got to do 2 surgeries. So we ended up in 2012, early in 2012, doing a total hysterectomy and a lumpectomy. And in both cases, when they did the what do they call that? I can't think of the word. Pathology. When they did the pathology on her tissues from both surgeries, they found no cancer. And she's been cancer-free ever since. That was 2011. This is 2026, so that's 15 years cancer-free. Okay? And if that wasn't enough, in 2019, she got pneumonia and had to be rushed to the to the hospital, to the ER. And while she was there, she started deteriorating, and so they took her up to a room. And she was in the room for, I think, about 3 days. And she got in such bad shape that they had to rush her to the ICU. She got what's called acute respiratory distress syndrome. Basically, what that means is you can't breathe. And she actually looked at me before she went under the sedation and said, "If it's my time to go, I'm ready." And I said, "The hell, you're not going. You need to fight." And so they rushed her into ICU. She was in ICU for about 20 days. She was on a respirator for 19 days in an induced coma. And during that time, one of the pulmonologists that was seeing her told me multiple times, if a 15-year-old young male in good condition had what your wife has, he'd have a 5% chance of survival. What he was trying to tell me was obvious. Your wife's dying. There's nothing you can do about it. But that's not how I think, and that's not what I believe. And so I kept praying for her. I was with her every single day, sat by her side, held her hand, made sure that they kept the socks on her feet because she hates cold feet, even though she was unconscious and wouldn't know the difference. And I just kept praying, and I kept having my friends pray for her. At the end of the 20 days, we moved her to what's called a long-term care facility, and they weaned her off of the respirator, and eventually she ended up going to a rehab facility and then coming home. She spent 90 days in the hospital, okay? But she's fine now. I mean, as fine as can be expected for someone our age and with her conditions. But the reason I'm telling you this story is so you understand we totally believe in and have seen God's healing in our lives more than once. Amazing, miraculous healings, okay? I mean, you take the case of the 2019 ARDS. I looked it up online. Her chance of survival was less than 2%. She survived. So what does that tell you? I don't think it was luck. I think it was God. And so now I'm dealing with an issue, and I have no doubt in my mind I'll be healed of it. It's just a matter of time. I just have to go through the process. And, you know, that's how life is for everyone. You know, it's not going to be all hearts and roses every single day. There's going to be tough times. And you just have to deal with them. You have to learn how to deal with them. And the way that we deal with them is with a very positive attitude, with a belief that God's going to heal us and that we're going to go on with life just like we have been. And I have no doubt that will happen because that's the way God has always worked with me. Okay? So I don't want you to feel bad for me. I appreciate your prayers because prayers always help. But I don't want you to think that, you know, I'm seriously ill or anything like that. It's nothing like that. It's just that it's really hard for me to do videos when I can't talk. And the coughing has gotten so much worse. I don't know what's going on tonight because I'm obviously not coughing as much as I have. I mean, literally last night, I had to get out of bed and get in my easy chair and, you know, sleep elevated in order to stop coughing. It was just so bad. And that's the reason why I didn't do the live stream this morning, was because I was exhausted. I'd been up half the night coughing. So I just think I needed to step away from the channel for some period of time. I don't know, you know, a week or two or maybe a month. I don't know. And allow God to work his miracles. Okay? But I will be back. And I will be doing videos again because I love doing them. I love interacting with you guys. I enjoy doing all of this so much that there's no way I'm giving it up. Okay? So I hope you'll forgive me for the absence. And Maybe it'll give you a break from my frenetic pace of making videos, because I make so many of them. I think I've done over 4,000 reactions now, which is crazy. But hey, that's just the kind of person I am. When I put my head into something, I put it in 100%. Okay? So I just want to make this video to let you know I'm not seriously ill. I'm not sick in a way that's going to cause me serious problems or keep me from doing videos in the future. But I do need to take some time to allow the medications that my doctor has ordered for me, which I haven't even gotten yet, go to work and start doing their business. And I keep praying and keep asking God for healing, and the day will come when all of a sudden you'll see a notification pop up on your screen and you'll know I'm back. Okay? I hope you understand. I know you do, because you tell me you do. And I appreciate your loyalty. I appreciate your prayers. I appreciate your support more than you'll ever know. And so I want to pray for you that God will take care of you and watch over you while I'm gone, and that he will fill your heart with love, and that you will have a closer relationship with him in the coming days than you've ever had before. And when I come back, I'll be better. Hopefully I won't be coughing at all anymore, and then I'll be able to make videos again. Okay? So until we meet again, this is the Vietnam Era Vet, signing off.